and still on his feet. And he's brought down after a nice gain. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Back to pass. And the running back able to get his hands on him, but what he couldn't do is keep his feet in bounds. It's incomplete. A field goal attempt from here would be 54 yards. They'd love to pick up a few on 3rd down. He tosses one high and deep down the left side.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're 3rd and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
Splits the uprights. Good. And they've regained the lead.
And I think I like the call, man. You got an opportunity to take the lead in the 4th quarter. Go for the kick. He executes it perfectly. Defense, now it's your turn. We got the lead. We got to get a stop.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The Bronco offense back out there ready to give it another spin. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if you want to take the next step, too, here and score a touchdown, you got to start finding more creative ways to get your best players the ball. Let's see if they can do that here.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Looking to fire. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. It's complete to the right. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
4th down coming up.
And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and time is of the essence for this offense to get things done. Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. Makes the grab. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it complete.
4th down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the 1st down. He's up to 81 yards on the ground, and he's been terrific all season, ranking in the top 10 in rushing. They'll give it to him again. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, I understand they're trying to catch the defense off guard by running the football, expecting them to be in some kind of zone coverage, but you're trailing late in the game. You're going to have to throw to win it, and that's what I'd expect them to do on this next play.
The Broncos can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with the 1st down at the 31.
love the play call by the offense here running the ball. The score is what it is right now. You don't have to panic. You don't have to throw it every single down. You don't have to go up tempo. Just run your stuff. Be balanced. Run the football. Make sure this defense stays honest.
And the Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. Been showing them the run. Now they'll throw it. Got his man quickly. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
I think the run defense, a lot of times late in the game, you always wonder how well it'll hold up. Nice job on this play by this defense getting in and getting the running back on the ground.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick its way to the end zone. Driving its way all the way down to the 3-yard line. They'll try to run it in. Touchdown, Boise State! And they've moved out front here in the 4th.
And this offense really showing their physicality, running the football when it matters, in the 4th quarter, in crunch time, to take the lead in this football game.
He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Here comes the Fresno State offense onto the field. Pretty much down to cases here, David. They have to execute quickly to have a shot at the end.
And obviously you want to do everything you can to make it as short a Hail Mary as possible, right? So try to get a chunk right here before you have to take, Jesse, that big shot to the end zone.
And you know they're already dialing up that shot play, right? Who has the best hands on offense? Who has the best size? Who can go up high point the football and win you this game?
Wants to throw on 1st down. A deep throw as the clock winds down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
And you absolutely expect those shots from this offense, and I love it. The defense was prepared. You got to know where the burners are. You know he can go, so you got to play that deep route. They play it great. Don't give up the big play. Stay deep, and don't let anyone get behind you.
Here's a throw downfield late. The ball hits the ground, and this thing is over. An absolutely heartbreaking loss. So Boise State takes down Fresno State, and these two often use each other as a measuring stick. That's how rivalries are born, and this one certainly delivered. That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. to San Marcos, Texas, home of the Texas State Bobcats, a place widely known as one of the continuously inhabited sites in America, and we expect our crowd to continually inhabit and make their presence known in this game. Today, two teams collide from the Pac-12, and conference implications are aplenty. As we'll see, the Boise State Broncos taking on the Texas State Bobcats. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Will kick it away to start.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Looks like a penalty on the kickoff as the ball goes out of bounds. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Flips it out in the flat. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
And the Bobcats moving quickly to the line. To the air, it's Burleson. Snagged in the middle, it's Dalton. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
That's tough on the defense there. Third down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
The play action fake. Looking down the middle. Got his man downfield. They get him stopped, but the big gain has them on the doorstep. Let's mark it at the 13. The give. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
So Texas State's offense will take the field for the first time. And, David, they've got a tight end who might not be a superstar, but he always seems to be in the right place, always ready to be a safety valve for this quarterback.
No, and this guy dictates to the defense. It's so nice to be able to move him around. He's the chess piece. He's the playmaker on offense that can do a lot of things. And if they're going to be successful, the big tight end's going to be the reason why.
And he's a very reliable target, too. We've seen him make some really tough catches in some big moments for this offense. He's going to have to do that in this game today. The defense is keying on him. They know that's where the quarterback's eyes are going to be going early and often in this game, so the tight end's got to step up.
The seventh play of this opening drive will be a 3rd and long. Looking to pass, it's Burleson. Got it in the middle, it's Fisher. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown, Bobcats.
quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Broncos offense will go to work for the first time. And last week, you want to talk about a guy using every tool in the bag from the running back position. David, this guy did it.
He was a monster. And I think when you turned on the tape this week, you saw it, man. So many different ways he could hurt you, and he could be a focal point of this offense. The defense, they know well and good of what happened last week. And their first objective this week, Palmer, is to stop that dude.
Yeah, they know the entire offense goes through him. All week long, they've been stressing tackling, staying in your gaps, waiting at the point of attack, getting as many hats to the football as humanly possible, because you can't shut this guy down. You can only hope to contain him, but what a challenge this defense faces today.
Let's see what call they have on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. And the Broncos come to the line with a new set of downs. Smith takes the handoff. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Red pass, it's complete. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big...
Turning it on! He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Man, that was a good run, but it was almost even better. Great job by the offense. Keep the running game going. You get big chunks like this. Not only was that a big chunk, it also looked like it could have gone for more.
And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And I like where the quarterback got, because I think he needed to check the football down, but the pressure got there a little bit too fast, and he just didn't have enough time to get it to his running back and maybe put a positive spin on this play instead of an incompletion.
Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Firing to the right, complete.
Coaches always tell their quarterbacks, you can't go broke taking a profit. You can't always hit posts and bombs deep down the field. If the coverage takes away throws downfield, just take what's underneath and let your receiver advance the football.
They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Broncos back to the line on first down. Let's see if they keep leaning on this running game. Knocked down after a 3-yard gain to the 25.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
Picked off inside the 20, and they snuff out the threat. He's brought down. A short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
That is a big win for this defense, as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Fires to the big fella. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered to pick up the first. looking for a man. It's Burleson. The short hands, it's Dalton. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. The Bobcats will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. To the ground with the back. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Got the first down and more. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. That's the end of the quarter. Texas State has the lead here. And after that first quarter, let's see if these guys can get back in the game in the second. They've got a first down here to open the period. To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. Trying to take it back. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Texas State. Look, I know it's only the second quarter, but we're starting to see a pretty significant gap develop between these two teams right now.
No doubt. When your defense is scoring, your offense is scoring, good things happening for your ball club. This defense on point, reading their scouting report, making big plays.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Boise State has it back, ready to go to work on offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Give to the running back. Defense fills those gaps. He's got 1 to the 28.
Well, this running back has been the only guy, obviously, who's touched the ball these first 2 plays. He's looked pretty good. I think it's safe to say everybody in the stadium here on third down expecting him to get the ball again.
Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. Good, solid pickup on that one, and they've got it out to the 40, and it's first down.
And they may have caught the defense napping there a little bit, David, maybe expecting pass on that 3rd down, but because of the back's effort now, fresh set of downs.
And it's so nice to have a guy that you can give the football on these 3rd down situations and feel confident you're going to continue to move the sticks.
They're going to go right back to him on first down.
Well, it's clear the coaching staff had a little conversation before this drive, and they said, we have got to run the football. All 4 plays of this drive so far have been runs, and they're taking a bit of an attitude shift here. They want to be physical, and they want to pound the defense into submission.
4 receivers set, 2 on each side on 2nd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. Breaks into the open. Nice pickup there. Gets him the first down and sets him up at the 45-yard line.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, you're going to be hard to stop.
And the Broncos are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, the running back has it. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard.
How frustrating is that? You're that running back. Where were you supposed to go? There was absolutely no lane for him on that play.
Hard running there. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Levis. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Nice execution by this defense. One of the strengths of this offense is 3rd down. They're really good at it. They were ready. Nice job getting the guy on the ground, forcing the 4th down.
Might be calling a hot route. On 4th down, looking to pass. Got his man on the right. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down. You always hear run the route deep enough to get the 1st down, but if you don't, you better fight your way there, and he did.
Yeah, nice job. Hey, listen, catch the football, understand 4th and short, the situation, and then go get that 1st down. Don't dilly-dally. Don't try to make a home run play. Get past the sticks. Nice job of understanding that situation.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. They'll go to the ground. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The Broncos have put themselves in dire straits after that last play at 2nd and a mile. Wants to go up top. Right on the money. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Broncos really need to keep this drive alive on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it. He just needed a yard on 3rd down, and there just wasn't any room to pick it up. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Looks as if he's going to run it. That will be enough to move the chains and give them a 1st down in the red zone at the 14. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. The Broncos will snap it on 1st and 10. The offense changing the play. They'll throw it from the red zone. He's got it on the move. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Calls his own number. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos!
The one thing you know about this team is they've got a lot of fight in them, and that's a great job responding by the offense on that last drive, capping it off with a really good-looking touchdown run. This is now a 1-possession game. We've got a lot of football left to play.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off the play fake on 1st down. He hurls one deep down the left side. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. So now it's 2nd and long. To the air. It's Burleson. And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Ball's at the 27. His offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. He's got it. Really nice pickup there as they have it out to the 44 with the 1st down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on 1st down. That's caught. It's Dalton. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice job there. Good timing between the QB and the wide receiver executing that out route.
And now on 2nd down for this offense. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Leaves it with the back. Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. Looking deep. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. And the Bobcats line up to punt it away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Never had a chance. What coverage to get down there and knock him down inside the 10. First play of the drive will come from the 9-yard line. Handoff from the gun. A solid run there as he'll be marked down at the 15-yard line. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Here's the handoff. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the 1st down line? We've got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Running out of time here in the 1st half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Gets it out to the 27-yard line, and they'll move the chains for a 1st down. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, it is hard to beat San Marcos when that town is buzzing as it is today. And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Bobcat Stadium.
Thanks for that halftime report, Kevin. The Bobcats will kick it away to crank up the 2nd half. Here's the return from inside his 10. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down to the 26. Boise State ready to send up that offense. They start this 3rd quarter, 1-possession game, and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
From the 39-yard line, it's 1st and 10. The give to the tailback. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down.
And a nice job by the offense picking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
And the Broncos with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. They'll leave it with him. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. A chance to sort of put the defense on its heels if you convert a 3rd and long, this one from the 44. They'll try the run. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They're a couple of yards short of the first down, but the offense will stay out there on 4th down. Trying to keep this drive alive. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Is that a secret? We've been calling his name all day. Clutch situation around midfield. You need a first down, you give it to him. Nice job running the football physically, getting the first down.
Pulls and fires complete to the right.
And watch the offensive line here. They all block and run. Because they're blocking run, the quarterback decides, oh, I got a favorable matchup. He dumps it out to the right, makes the right read, gets a nice positive gain.
The give is to Smith. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively, you might want to think about having your quarterback keep the ball and then try to throw it downfield.
From the gun on 3rd down. Snagged out of the air. There he goes. Gets it all the way inside the 20-yard line to the 19 before being hauled down. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
Nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are? Sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
He now has 80 yards on the ground, and he has his eyes fixed on leading the nation in rushing.
You're down. Obviously, at the half, you had a conversation. We got to come out and put points on the board. And, Jesse, it looks like they're going to start with the ground game.
And I love this, David, too. Regardless of whether they're losing or they're winning, come out here and try to be the most physical unit here in the second half. Get this run game established.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Finds his big tight end. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On 1st and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
Zings it complete to the right. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Broncos! That drive was what every father wants his daughter's romances to be like. Slow, take your time, drain the clock, no hurry at all.
Sometimes love is a slow burn, and that's what we just saw on that last drive. I am so impressed with the execution, and I love their ability to run the football. These players, they're coached up. They're coming out here, and they are executing exactly how their coaches prepared them to do in this game.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. RPO and throw it right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Brings up second down.
The give to the back. Slams ahead for a yard out to the 33. And the Bobcats are in the hurry-up. Corners right up on that line of scrimmage. They'll run play action. Fires on the run. Picked off. That's number 15 on the year. Got room on the return. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Boise State. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
Yeah, and the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
Lining up to add another.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, guys, just wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the Mountain West. Air Force is getting whooped today, and at some point, this comes down to preparation. Are you prepared to play? Clearly, the answer today is a big, fat no. They're trailing by 14 to Hawaii. The moment something changes in this Mountain West fight, you will hear about it here. Back to you, guys.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. The Bobcats trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Off the play fake. Fires to the tight end. Strong, firm tackle. They're going to keep this drive going. They'll have to make a play on 3rd and long from the 26. Dropping back, it's Burleson. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Bobcats will punt this one away.
Formation to kick it away.
Wants to return it. Excellent coverage and tackle that time, and that's how the 3rd quarter comes to a close. That's the end of the quarter, and Boise State has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. When you're dealing with a deficit like this, it's all about somebody stepping up to make a play, and you might as well start here in the 4th quarter. Final stand to the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. They'll move the wide receiver. Leaves it with the running back. Oh, he's got some space. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Used the play fake, now to throw. And he dropped it, just didn't hook the thing all the way in. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Flips it out to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. That play looked as if it had a chance to be productive, but the open field tackle stopped it.
And it's tough to get a running back one-on-one on the ground in the open field. You want guys swarming to the football to try to make that play, but understand that guy's a weapon. Good job by the defense seeing it, breaking on the football, getting him on the ground.
Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. Now facing a 3rd and long. A quick completion to the left, looking for the first down. Really nice job to convert that third down, and they've got it at the 33.
And at some point for the defense, I'm just thinking, hey, man, like, it's got to be somebody else. I mean, the big tight end has made play after play after play today, and we know if it gets close in the fourth quarter, they're going to look his way, so the defense really needs to have a plan.
And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead. The offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They keep it on the ground. Clock is their friend. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
The Broncos are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. On 3rd and short, just trying to get enough for the first down. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game. And the Broncos pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. From the red zone, looking for a space. Quick strike complete. Now the connection takes it to the 11. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Broncos have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. They'll try to slam it in. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Broncos. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And that is a drive and a score they absolutely had to have. Now making it a 2-possession game late in this one. It wasn't going to be enough to just play it safe, play it conservative, punt the ball away, and count on your defense. They were aggressive. They mixed it up, but getting that score, that is huge for their win probability now.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is true, and they have a 2-touchdown lead, up 14 in the 4th. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Texas State has the football back, and they'll go on offense. Last drive was a quick 3-and-out, and now time is even more of a factor to get something going. Gets it out fast. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. The Bobcats racing to the line in the hurry-up. Dropping back, it's Burleson. Under fire. And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Unloads to the wideout. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. On 4th down, looking for the completion. Makes the grab past the marker. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on 4th down. And the Bobcats have it with a 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on 1st down. That's caught. It's Dalton. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Quick tempo, no huddle offense. 2nd down, clock's running. Back to pass. Fires to the tight end. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He wants to throw it again. It's complete on the right side. Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Clock stops momentarily for the first down. They'll hurry to the line. Looking downfield on first down. He wants a big play here late. It's caught. Chopping up this defense, and they've got it all the way down to the 23. Looking to throw on first down. He's got the tight end. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Bobcats in a good spot here with second and short. And they'll spike the ball to try to save as much time as they can.
No gain on the play.
This defense just can't get off the field. The offense unstoppable. To throw, it's Burleson. They're working that left side. That'll be enough to give them a first and goal from the 10. Wants to throw on first down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. Pressure coming. And they can't quite hook up trying to make a completion in the back corner of the end zone.
Well, you haven't seen a ton of incompletions in this game, and that's good news for this QB. Obviously, he struggled his last game out. Part of that was the defense. Part of that was him not playing as well as he wanted to. But in this game, he really has been, for the most part, locked in, and that is a good sign for this offense.
And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Fires to the end zone. And it's caught. Late touchdown here, probably too little too late. It would take a monumental miracle to come back now.
If we had any chance to make this happen, we had to...
And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down, and I think the offense is going to pick up the first down. The defense was offside. Running into the open space. Their work here is virtually done. No need to take any more chances. They'll line up in victory formation. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.